What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 24 of my Modern Warfare 3 Chronicles. In this episode, we're going to be looking at probably the coolest DLC to come out for Modern Warfare 3 through Elite yet. This is Chaos Mode. Now, if you haven't seen this, it's probably because you play on something other than Xbox, which I kind of want to talk about that too, how they have, they have Elite Service, and then as an Elite member, you're supposed to get all the DLC, first and before everyone else and for free. But they did this thing with, I don't know if they partnered with Microsoft, they obviously probably gave them money for this, but it comes out even earlier if you're on Xbox, which is a slap to the face for PlayStation owners or PC gamers or even Wii players if you're out there. I don't even know if Elite works for Wii, I don't even know how any of that works, but that's what I'm saying. To anyone else who's not Xbox, it seems a little unfair. But for those who have checked it out, who may not have seen it, who haven't really played it too much, Chaos Mode is pretty cool. And me saying it's probably the best DLC to come out of Elite for Modern Warfare 3 yet is saying something, because I'm not a big fan of any of the maps so far. Liberation, yes, and a few of the other ones were okay, like Overwatch and stuff, but really, the maps that have come out for the DLC for Modern Warfare 3 have downright sucked. And I don't need to sugarcoat that, because I'm really getting tired of the game now. When you've been playing the game like me, it's been the same Call of Duty, really, since Call of Duty 4. Things have changed, don't get me wrong. Plenty of things have changed, plenty of things have been upgraded. I'm really not saying, oh, it's the exact same game, but really, it kind of is. This is no different than Modern Warfare 2, really, other than a few tweaks that I've talked about that I've liked and stuff, but long story short, the game is getting dull and stale for me, which isn't good when a Call of Duty game which is supposed to have, and this doesn't even sound good, a year life expectancy is supposed to be a Call of Duty game, didn't even last me a full 6 months. I'm fed up with it, I get irritated when I play it, so I've just stopped playing completely. Chaos Mode, though, is pretty fun. It's probably the coolest mode that, when it comes to the Treyarch Infinity Ward fight of which one's better company. Treyarch has zombies, no one can argue with that. I guess you can say, zombies isn't your cup of tea, but I love zombies, and it's the one reason that might get me to buy Black Ops 2 down the road, but I am not buying Black Ops 2 when it comes out new. Call of Duty, the game itself, has lost my trust for that, so that's a different topic for another time, but Chaos Mode right here is probably, I'm going to say, the coolest thing Infinity Ward has ever made on their own. And I'm not saying it didn't take elements from other, arcade scores and shooters and stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's kind of the opposite of zombies, where zombies, it's real survival, but this is a fast-paced, get as many points as you can in such a short amount of time. But there's some tweaks and some catches that make the game even cooler. Other than the fact that you can pick up weapons kind of like old-school free-for-all in Call of Duty 4, where you can pick up weapons, you get points for that. Everything you do gains you points. On the bottom of the screen, you can kind of see in the middle of my screen, I have a multiplier, the times, 92 right now, and then the points that are going to double. My points are on the top right. But you notice the counter just stopped. Even though the timer is gone, I still have a combo rolling. As long as that combo doesn't die, I can just keep going forever and ever. So it really makes the game more interesting. It's less of I'm going to sit here and defend, and just camp and just, survive. It's a game about running around, getting a bunch of kills, getting a whole bunch of points, scoring multi-kills, multi-points, getting those crates that drop. The crates drop a variety of things, but it's all, very good. Now, it's fun because you can play two people, you can get a two-player score, you can both keep your combo going. It's really interesting. It gets kind of intense when you get the counters hit 0, so it's all about keeping your combo alive. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing this. You can see on the bottom too, there's a whole bunch of perks. The regular perks like Sleight of Hand, Marathon Stalker. But we've also got two new ones, which I believe are a fast health regen, which I think would be awesome in real multiplayer. That would be a great perk. I would use that all the time. And I believe maybe an adrenaline boost, I think that was. I'm not sure. I can't really remember. It's been a little while since I played now, but it's only been out for a little while. I just haven't gotten around to do this yet. But just giving my honest thoughts on it, it's a good game type. I like it. It's fun. Is it revolutionary? No, but it's a nice add-on. When they were talking about adding, it would bring more than just maps. It would bring game types and stuff. I just thought they might add they've added a few game types which have been cool to it. But this is nice. I like how they added this to along with the survival and the spec op missions. So it really is. It's nice. Stepping away from my bitter feelings about Call of Duty, it's a really good game type. They've got a really good lineup, and you can't argue with that. And this is fun when you don't feel like playing multiplayer. Maybe you don't want to play survival. You want to rack up a ton of points. This is fun. Just like that opening clip you saw. That happens occasionally, where you just kind of line up and get 20 guys in a row. It's awesome. Now there are weapons to pick up. There are equipment. Some of the equipment is too slow. Flashbangs are your best friend, but there are weapons. The best way to play the game that I found, I think most people find, is to just keep running, getting kills, constantly getting points, never drop that combo, get it higher and higher, keep picking up guns, switch weapons frequently, and you'll be good. You also get, one of the cool things is occasionally they drop Juggernauts, and Juggernauts actually drop, you see that dropping tags, and that adds to my multiplayer. That's what keeps my like times 72, times 75, times 73. That's what increases that. Like getting kills and points gets me, points to that, but the multiplier actually goes up by grabbing tags, so that's a really cool system. And Juggernauts are a little bit different. When they drop a tag, it's a red tag, and it's actually armor, which I think is really cool. That's awesome. So it makes killing a Juggernaut very much worth it. It's not just for the multiplayer, but you actually get armor, which when it starts getting a little bit later in the game, like these games usually won't go on more than 15-20 minutes just because of how much harder it starts to get over time, but the armor is really helpful. Plus you see you get 3 downs there, and some stuff you share with your teammate when you're playing co-op, and some stuff you don't. Like the downs you don't share, but the score and the multiplier you do, and that's really cool, so you can keep each other alive, and it's really awesome. And there are also supply crates which give you like times 10, for the multiplier, times 5. There's also a few supply crates that give you like the snowflake that you might have seen a little bit back, and it actually freezes the multiplier. So if you're just about to lose it and you got to keep that multiplier alive, just freeze it, and there you go, and you got time to run for a weapon, pick up your teammate, whatever it may be. And the key really is to keep running, like never stay in one spot for too long, pick up multiple weapons, turn around, get a couple kills, keep running, and that's kind of how you play the game. It's fun, it's fast-paced, it seems chaotic, but then again, hence the name, it is chaos. So it's really a lot of fun. You can also get one-man-ups or, last stands, which is kind of like your extra lives, because if you go down, you just got to get a kill to get back up. And it works. Everything kind of works out really well. I'm surprised how well they took everything that's in Call of Duty now and turned it into a mode like this. Like I said, it's reminiscent of Zombies, but if Zombies was all about being fast-paced and not surviving, it's about getting a bunch of kills. It's kind of what the heart of Call of Duty sort of is, like getting those multi-kills, getting those, tons of points, getting those. That's kind of what Call of Duty is and kind of what makes it fun. Like seeing that plus 500 is what kind of makes me kind of keep wanting to play Call of Duty. So that's kind of my thoughts on Chaos Mode. It's really awesome. If you haven't seen it yet, or you haven't been able to play it yet, I definitely recommend getting it as soon as you can. I don't know if I'd say to go as far. I don't know how much they're going to charge for a non-elite member, but it really is a fun game type to play with friends. At the moment, there are only 4 maps for some reason. I assume they're going to slowly release all the other maps to be played on, but right now there's only 4, which is kind of a bummer. But other than that, for the most part, it's really just a lot of fun. Like it's the hectic mode. You just get on and just blast away and have a good time. It's really not about, doing your best, just getting a high score and having fun. I like that mode. I really do enjoy it. And I think it's probably the best addition to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 yet. So, like I said, those are my thoughts on it. Feel free to let me know what you guys thought about the game, if you've played the game mode or if you've seen it. What do you think about it, your thoughts on it? And maybe if you'd like to see more game modes like this, or more like variation, how the way like kind of when Zombies came out, they started adding more and more stuff to it. If there's anything more you'd like to see to it added, just feel free to let me know. I like to hear ideas like that. So until next time, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.
That's the way it's done.